mahirap po ang pumunta, tumayo, at magsalita sa inyong harapan. Pero noon pa man, alam kong walang madali kapag ikaw ay Marcos. Nanginginig ako at ang aking boses, hindi dahil ako'y natatakot sa inyo, kundi dahil nalulungkot po ako. Ipagpaumanhin ninyo kung sa gitna ng pagsasalita ko, ako'y hihinto, hihinga dahil sa bigat ng aking kalooban. Pero hindi yan ang dapat kong ihingi ng paumanhin. Hindi yan ang kasalanan ko sa bayan na dapat ihingi ko ng tawad. Narito po ako dahil sa tawag ng Iglesia ni Cristo para sa transparency, accountability at hustisya. At dahil sa tawag ng sarili kong konsensya, bilang senador, bilang kapatid, bilang Pilipino. Bata pa lamang kami ni Bongbong, alam na ng buong pamilya ang problema sa kanya. Sa totoo lang, mababasa naman ng lahat ang mga testimonya ng aking ama patungkol sa kanyang ugali at gawain. Noon, dahil may tatay pa kami, hindi ko pa siya responsibilidad. Noong tumatanda, ay mas naging nakakabahala. Batid ko na nagda-drug siya. Seryoso ito. Minsan, kami ng Presidential Guard at Metro Gompa ang naglilinis tuwing nagpa-party po sila. Namuhay kaming magkakapatid sa ibang bansa. Kami-kami lang. Kinumbinsi ko pa si Bongbong, pakasalan mo na si Lisa. Naisip ko noon, kapag nag-asawa siya, malalagay na sa tahimik at magkakaroon ng direksyon. Ang laki ng pagkakamali ko. Mas lumala ang kanyang pagkalulong sa droga. Silang mag-asawa.
President Marcos accepts resignation of Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin and Budget Secretary Amenah Pangandaman. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has formally accepted the resignations of Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin and Department of Budget and Management Secretary Amenah Pangandaman. Both officials respectfully offered and tendered their resignations out of delicadeza, after their departments were mentioned in allegations related to the flood control anomaly currently under investigation, and in recognition of the responsibility to allow the administration to address the matter appropriately. The President conveys his deep appreciation to Executive Secretary Bersamin for his steady leadership at the helm of the Office of the Executive Secretary. A former Chief Justice, E.S. Bersamin brought to Malacanang decades of legal wisdom, calm stewardship, and a deep respect for institution building. His contributions remain part of the foundation on which continuing reforms stand. The President likewise extends his sincere gratitude to Secretary Pangandaman, whose work at DBM strengthened the government's fiscal management, guided the timely passage of national budgets, and ensured that social programs and frontline services were funded and delivered. To ensure continuity and enforce the administration's governance agenda, President Marcos has appointed Department of Finance Secretary Ralph Recto as the new Executive Secretary. Secretary Recto's long record in economic policy making, fiscal legislation, and national planning positions positions him well to oversee the day-to-day operations of government and coordinate the implementation of high-impact programs. The President has also appointed Office of the Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, Secretary Frederick Go, as the new Secretary of Finance. Secretary Go has played a central role in advancing investments, strengthening investor confidence, and aligning economic initiatives across agencies. He will now oversee the country's fiscal direction and the implementation of the administration's economic agenda. The Department of Budget and Management will now be led by Undersecretary Rolando U. Toledo, who has been designated as officer in charge. As head of the Budget Preparation and Execution Group, OIC Toledo brings extensive technical expertise in national budgeting, fiscal transparency, and budget execution. His designation ensures uninterrupted operations as the government prepares for the rollout of next year's budget, ongoing recovery efforts in disaster-affected regions, and the continued funding of social and economic programs. These leadership changes reinforce the President's commitment to strengthening institutions, improving coordination across government, and keeping the administration focused on delivering stability, opportunity, and security to Filipino families. The Office of the President assures the public that all agencies will continue to operate without interruption and with the same commitment to effective governance and public service. Yan po ang anunsyo sa araw na ito.
Nauunawaan ko ang galit at pagkadismaya ninyo. Nauunawaan ko ang galit ng taong bayan sapagkat sa nakalipas na ilang buwan, bago pa man sumabog ang issue sa flood control, madalas na akong nakikipag-usap at nakikinig sa mga hinaing ng ating mga kababayang overseas Filipinos ukol sa transparency, accountability, peace, at security. Nauunawaan ko ang galit ng taong bayan dahil nasaksihan ko mismo kung paano minanipula ng House of Representatives ang budget ng Department of Education. Sa halip na sundin ang listahan ng DepEd upang matugunan ang malalang kakulangan sa classrooms, misulang ginawang pork barrel ang pondong nakalaan para sa kabataang Pilipino at pinaghati-hatian ng mga kongresistang malapit sa mga makapangyarihan. Pinili kong huwag sumali sa panggagago sa taong bayan. Sa aking pagbitiw bilang kalihim ng DepEd, ininda ko ang kaliwat kanan na atake kasama na ang impeachment para lamang mapagtakpan nila ang katiwalian sa 2025 budget. The President now faces a profound crisis of confidence, especially in the way these corruption investigations are being handled, which appear to lack both direction and resolve. We also seek clear answers on how a budget that deprived Filipinos of billions and billions of pesos was approved under his watch. Kaisa ako ng milyong-milyong Pilipinong nadismaya at nandidiri sa pamahalaang lulong sa insekuridad at walang kabusugang kasakiman. Ang karapatan nating magsalita at magpahayag ang sandigan ng demokrasya. Dapat itong pakinggan ng pamahalaan, hindi para isang tabi at baliwalain lamang. We Filipinos deserve better. Shukran.